Hello degenerates and welcome to another character analysis. Today we're going to be doing a double feature. We're going to be looking at Incineroar and then, as you'll see later on posted, we'll be looking at Pit. I'm going to separate it into two different videos, but for now the first one I want to talk about is Incineroar. So this is a character that I have been pretty interested in just because he looks like a lot of fun. I always like, when I was younger I used to love pro wrestling, kind of got out of that phase now, but it's always fun to go back and look at it and just see what wild stuff that they're doing. And, definitely Incineroar kind of encapsulates everything that there is about pro wrestling with them. We got the lariat, we even got the ropes, which is super cool. We got the cross chops, the dives. Closest thing we can get to a swanton bomb, that's always dope. Everybody wants that. And then also, I did play a character by the name of Zana back in Icons, and Incineroar actually has like a lot of similar moves to her. If you watched like my old analysis video that I did, I kind of pointed out some of the similarities between them. So one of the main things was that people weren't exactly sure how good this character would be. Like, everybody obviously knew like he was powerful, he would fucking kill you really, really easily. But nobody knew exactly how it would kind of play out in practice. But we've actually gotten to see a fair bit of him more, and I'm starting to feel a lot more positive about him. Unfortunately, a lot of the footage I wanted to show you got nuked, so I was a little bit late on getting to the party and just being able to record all this footage. But hey, game's gonna be coming out in 2 days from now, so it really won't be too much long until we finally are able to take this footage in our hands and just create it ourselves, which I would love to do once we get there. But for now, we can just put on this one old VOD that we have. This is from when the demo's been going around. So I think with this one, I'm not sure if items are turned on, but I know hazards are at least on this stage. So yeah, let's break down Incineroar a little bit. So one of the big key things about Incineroar is that he is able to just like obliterate people. Like kill them extremely early. Of course, he has revenge. We got some new information about that. So you can hold revenge for a minute long, and then if you take 35%, then you lose the revenge. So that means you actually have a fair amount of time to utilize it. But the biggest thing is that you just need to think about how you want to use that revenge exactly, because the thing is it only applies to your next move. So whether it be your grab, your jab, your F tilt, whatever it is, that's the next move that's going to be buffed up. So if you do go for it, you're going to want to make sure as Incineroar you go for something good. But if you're the opponent, you kind of want him to burn it, or you just want to knock it out of him. So definitely putting yourself in these situations where you can't really get out his strongest move on you may be in your best interest, or just finding different ways to get that 35%. I think most characters would be able to do it in just like one grab combo. Like, they're no longer, the grab combos are kind of insane, like they were in Smash 4, but generally you might be able to throw and get like one hit off of it, which isn't too crazy, but you'll be close to that 35% like after something like that. So some cool things about Incineroar is definitely he will have some doubles utilization. There's one particular crazy thing that he can do with his side B, which I'll be showing off later after this whole clip is done. So definitely one thing that we've at least known from the beginning is that all of his normals are very good. Down tilt basically combos into imagination for him, so that's really good. So that way he's able to fight those kills pretty easily. His red cyclone, that move right there, that neutral B, does kill pretty well, and it's a great get off me tool. Really hard for a lot of opponents to deal with it. And people have found better ways to recover with them. Like, one thing that somebody was mentioning is that everybody's recovery is garbage in this game, where it's like really easy to intercept them. So his recovery being terrible isn't really that strange compared to the rest of the cast. At least what people have been saying more in the lines of in practice. In the future, it may become a bigger detriment. But for now, it seems like everybody's kind of getting edge guarded. So one of the things that you can do with Incineroar is after you get launched, side B immediately and then up B, so that way you get a lot of distance and you move down really fast. The other thing too is, the explosive hitbox on that cross chop is extremely strong, so you can be killing characters as early as 80%. The other thing too is when you do side B, it's a forward throw instead of a back throw, so that way, like, if you're cornering your opponent, back throws universally got nerfed, so if you have a strong forward throw, that's actually a very good thing to mix up your opponent with. So if your character has something like that, your corner pressure is that much scarier, and that's something that Incineroar is going to be able to take advantage of. Not to mention he has pretty good reach on a lot of his move. His fair is that drop kick that a lot of the heavies do have, including K. Rool. So he's able to space out with that. Back air is extremely quick too, able to throw that out there. And then like if you're trying to run in, he could just throw out a nair and then like catch a roll-ins or like just somebody trying to like short hop around him too. And I'm not sure what type of combos you can get off of Nair, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's something at least off the weak hit when you fastball it. Up air is also decent for juggling, and it looks like it to have some kill potential as well. So that way, no, just corner pressuring. If he does get somebody there, he's going to be able to deal with them extremely well. Now, the biggest issue is that if the opponent does take the lead, he is basically Ganondorf, so it's going to be hard for him to get in and exactly hit you. The good thing is, like Ganondorf, he has moves that are safe on shield now, so he's not going to be too worried about that. It looks like his dash attack's able to kill. I have not personally seen him kill myself, but just based off that last clip, Shulk's like at 67. It sent him pretty far. We'll just have to see what the knockback growth is like that on that. But yeah, this character, no stranger to killing. Forward throw, back throw, no kill. He's able to get combos off his down throw too. He can do down throw fair for a very, very, very long time. I wouldn't be surprised if he has something like a hoo-ha, like a down throw up air. But if not, he is able to kill off his throw. So not really much of an issue. I believe forward throw can kill, back throw can kill as well. Yeah, there definitely shows up like one of the main weaknesses of recovery there. The other thing too that Incineroar has is he has these up B spike setups where he can just up B and then spike your opponent down at the ledge. So that way he can kill them extremely quick. So that is a good thing to have too. So he's like, he's able to kill you like at 40% if he gets the correct read or setup for it. So, that speaks well for him as far as a comeback mechanic's concerned. But yeah, so like really his main weakness is just the mobility. One of the unique things about him as a heavy is just like K-Roll, he's one of the few that does have a counter. So as far as landing's concerned, that's going to help out quite a bit, especially since it does give him such a big comeback factor. Like, Darkest Lariat does 25% by itself without Revenge, and now with Revenge, I can't imagine how early that'll kill. So one of the setups that I wanted to show you guys was this. This is something that was just shown off on Twitter pretty recently. That's going to be great for doubles, and he sort of has like a pseudo Ganon side. Not in the way that it's executed, but so look, he's going to do the Darkest Lariat initiation here, or I'm just going to call it the ropes. And then by doing the early variation, he's just able to... The base knockback off this move is extremely strong. So if you side B them high enough up here, like you read an air dodge and you do it, you can just kill them extremely early. And that actually is a insane thing. The main thing that people have been saying is for doubles. For doubles, that's something that could be just completely busted. So we'll have to see. The other things that he might be able to do combos off of is his down air too, because that is a spike and grounded spikes cannot be teched. So he has that going for him as well. But yeah, the main things is overall, good range, good speed on his moves, just very, very slow himself, but excellent KO potential. Like, he should be able to side B you at the ledge, and if you're good at getting Darkest Lariat, I think you should be able to kill consistently around like 80% or something. So yeah, it's a high commitment option, but like, not the most impossible thing in the world to get. Cyclone, if you have the lead, Cyclone is just going to basically ward off anybody that tries to come near you, and you can move forward with it. So even if they have a sword, you'll armor the sword, and then you move forward, and then you hit them. So that's going to be very good. Like with the lead, this character is going to be a nuisance. If you're fighting against him, it's just going to be scary to fight him. But I'm pretty sure if you play a character with good range and like good projectiles, it's going to be really hard for Incineroar to get in. But like the second he gets in, you should be dead after like 2 or 3 hits. And it's not like his moves are slow. It's just he's physically slow. So it's not, when he gets in, the boxing shouldn't be too much of an issue for him. So yeah, definitely, if you're looking to play this character, don't get discouraged by what everyone's saying that the recovery's bad or everything. No, you have mix up. So side B high, and then afterwards, like use your up B. And then if you're close enough, and maybe you might want to just like air dodge or something like that. Something along those lines there. Get yourself to have the hitbox come out on stage, or side B right to the ledge, or air dodge to the ledge afterwards. Those are going to be your main things that you're going to want to get going with this guy. And then make sure you learn your kill confirms and the ways to set them up, just because they are so incredibly powerful that it's only to your detriment to not know how they work. But yeah, also down tilt's going to be your best friend in neutral. But yeah, that's going to do it. Also, yeah, percentages. Make sure you know your percentages on when to go for side B up and side B Darkest Lariat. Because if your opponent's like at 150, you're on the opposite side of the stage, do side B up. Because then that way you'll at least consistently get the kill. Whereas like maybe in some instances like, oh, they'd have to be going across the entire stage and that may not kill. So make sure you understand your stage positioning and where they're going to be set when you're going for your side B. And with that said, yeah, that's going to do it for Incineroar. Hope you guys found this like a little bit helpful, a little bit insightful. Sorry, all the VODs literally got nuked, so it's a little bit hard to show you some more specific situations. I can only give you the general consensus and then my updated opinions on him. So overall, I am feeling a little bit better about him. I'm feeling more of like that more functional mid tier, kind of like you'd see in other games. Like they can definitely compete, no questions asked, but they're gonna have a harder time compared to like some of the higher tier characters in there. But yeah, no, definitely give this character a shot. He's definitely going to be one of my secondaries just because he looks sick. And I definitely want to see if there's just some really disrespectful things I can do. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. And if you're interested, the pit video is going to be coming out next. So look forward to that. Take care.